So in my personal online course creation business, I've created, launched, and scaled more than 22 courses and uploaded these courses on Udemy. Now, out of these 22 courses, some of my courses have generated $10 in total, others have generated $30 in total, others have generated $150 in total, and some of my courses have generated more than $1,000 in total. So we sat down, we've analyzed the data, and in this video, I'm going to be presenting to you the exact reason why some of my courses have generated, again, more than $1,000 and some other courses have generated nothing. I created this video because I know that my younger self, as a course creator that has just started uploading on Udemy, would take extreme value from the information right here. And without any further ado, let's move into the 4 things that you must pay attention in order to have a successful course on Udemy. So everything starts with demand. If there is no demand for your course, obviously no one is going to pay to understand what you're talking about and to pay for your information. That being said, Udemy is a huge platform and it has very high search rankings on Google, meaning that people could Google something and the result for their question that they're Googling could come with a Udemy course, right? In general, I do not want you to think that there is only demand for coding courses or courses on Excel or business courses, which are very hot topics, right? There is huge demand for a huge and very wide variety of courses, right? I have personal clients of mine that have created courses in the most random topics you can think of. And I actually invite you to go on Udemy and search for some of the top courses there. Not the top courses, but just search for some random topics, right? You will see that there are many courses in many different topics that are extremely, extremely popular. That being said, you need to perform some kind of research before you start creating your course. This is extremely important because the worst thing would be for you to start creating a 2-hour, 3-hour, 4-hour course and then without having any research done, right? And then figure out that no one is enrolling because there is no demand for your course, right? So demand is number one. You need to perform research and you need to answer this question. Are people interested in what I'm teaching? Are people interested in transforming the experience, right, that I offer with my course, right? Next, under demand comes competition, because you might find a topic, right, that is of high demand, but if there are 50 other courses created around this topic that solve the exact same problem that you're trying to solve, as you can imagine, it's going to be harder for you to dominate this niche, right? So how many courses already exist on the topic that you're trying to cover, right? And you want to cover, right? How saturated is the market that you're trying to infiltrate? If it is very saturated, which means that there are many people that have covered a wide variety of topics in the exact same niche that you want to infiltrate, a very cool thing that you could do, and one thing that I advise my clients, is that you can sub-niche, so you can solve a more specific problem, perhaps a problem that arises when people enroll in the other courses that already exist in your niche. For example, let's put this into perspective. Let's say that you want to infiltrate the niche of video editing, right? And you want to create a video editing course in Final Cut. This is actually something that a client of mine has proposed. So he came to me and he was like, okay, I want you to help me create a course in Final Cut. And I told him, listen, he was established, by the way, he was already an editor, so he knew what he was talking about. But I was like, look, if we create a course on Final Cut, yes, I can help you make it perfect. Yes, we can make it work. That being said, there are many other courses that have already been created in Final Cut with many students, with many enrollments, with many reviews. So the best thing that we can do is that we can actually sub-specialize and create a course, for example, in color grading in Final Cut Pro, which is a sub-niche in this course, which means that when people, right, complete the course in Final Cut, right, that they can find from other courses that already exist, then perhaps they would want to consume something more specific like the course that we created with this client of mine, right? So competition is very, very important. If you see that there is no competition, that no one has ever created a course in the same niche as you, right, then of course go ahead, create the course, you got the green light. If there is competition, I would advise you to sub-niche. Sub-niching is what helped some of my courses generate more than $1,000, and the lack of sub-niching led to some of my other courses completely flop. The third aspect, right, that you need to take into consideration is the length of the course. I want you to understand the buyer's perspective of a Udemy course buyer. When people are buying courses on Udemy, they trying to make the best out of the money that they're investing. And in their heads, right, the best, and this comes from historic data that we have analyzed, my team and I, right? The best that these people want is longer courses, right? So pretty much they want to make the bang out of their buck, and they're doing this by purchasing longer courses. Historic data has shown, right, after all of these years, that people prefer to have a longer course, more hours of content. So 5 hours, 10 hours, if you will, 12 hours of content. You see the most popular courses on Udemy, the courses that sell the most, are more than 10 hours long. Right now, I'm not advising you to create a 10-hour course as your first course. Just know that there are many tricks that you can implement, right, to make a course more lengthy. For example, a course of mine that has generated again more than $1,000 is actually a masterclass that I've combined 4 other courses into one masterclass. So these 4 courses have been generating revenue, right, by themselves, and then I also combined them into a masterclass and bulk sold it, right? And this masterclass has gained more than $1,000 just by adding, again, more value, creating a more lengthy course, and selling it as a masterclass. So this is a tip that you can implement. This is just a free tip. Consider this a free tip. Take many of your courses, if they're like in the same niche, combine them, create a masterclass, sell this masterclass on Udemy. It's probably going to be more successful than the courses by themselves, right? So length. Finally, we got retention, right? Because everyone can just record a black screen for 10 hours, but if no one is watching the video, then you will not gain any enrollments. Your courses need to be of top quality if you want to make some serious damage with Udemy. It's very important for you to understand that, first of all, it's not hard to stand up the competition and actually become a top 1% course creator, because most course creators out there actually have very bad video quality, very bad audio quality, and in fact, very bad way of delivering information. So if you follow like some very simple guidance that a guy like me can give you, we can train you to become an educated course creator, to know how to shoot videos, to know some basic lighting principles, to know how to communicate your thoughts and your ideas, and just to create great courses that are not only lengthy, but also they retain the audience, because it's very, very important for you to learn how to retain people to watch throughout your videos, right? In general, on Udemy, I've seen from my data that when a lesson is consumed throughout, Udemy ranks the course better in search results. So this is something that you might want to take into consideration. Now, please keep in mind that there are many other parameters that we can take into consideration, right, regarding when a course is successful or not. We can take into consideration the title, search engine optimization, reviews, enrollments, all that stuff. But in this video, I wanted to focus on the 4 things that I wish I knew when I was starting out on Udemy. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to work with me to scale your Udemy profile and perhaps create more and better courses, you can check out the first link in the description, and I'm going to see you in the next video.